Employee uniforms. Among highly disciplined organizations, members wear their uniforms. You can observe this among commercial banks, insurance companies, fast food chains, and similar formal organizations. Uniforms provide a particular identification mark of an organization. It gives one the feeling of identity, belongingness, pride, teamwork, organization, and discipline. It creates a semblance of authority, especially among key officials. It enhances subordinates' respect, people's obedience to authorities, and eventual discipline in the organization. Wearing uniform enhances one's self-esteem, the feeling of having value and importance to the organization. Members behave and conduct themselves in accordance with what their uniforms symbolize and represent. Uniforms serve as a reminder to every member to observe always the ethics and the discipline associated with his job. Thus, clients and customers tend to give more respect to those who are in their proper uniforms, projecting an authority figure. Still, many companies are not aware of and sensitive to this principle. A simple T-shirt will do if you are cutting costs. This practice is usually observed among manufacturing industries and is found to be effective as far as the immediate identification and control of members in the workplace is concerned. Uniforms are highly effective, especially on jobs requiring teamwork. The word uniform is derived from the words uni and form, which means one form. Anything that can result to one form, or which can indicate one form when used by your members, can be considered as a uniform itself. A common cap, a common tattoo, a common seal, a common haircut, or a common marking is typical example of a uniform. The typical military haircut required among students taking up the Reserve Officers Training Course, ROTC, is a form of uniform that reminds the cadets that they are in a military training, that they have to observe strict military discipline. The primary reason why fatigue uniforms are required among ROTC cadets during training is to instill military discipline as far as the proper wear, completeness, and cleanliness of clothing are concerned. Eventually, you can gauge the degree of discipline developed among them from the manner in which they wear their uniforms. The success of the ROTC training and the discipline attained therein were primarily attributed to the strict implementation of this uniform system. Eventually, cadets wear their uniforms with pride, indicating not only discipline, but also a high sense of morale and esprit de corps. However, your objective must not only be to make your members wear their uniforms, you must see to it that they wear it completely and properly also. They must feel motivated and inspired wearing it. Situations may arise when some employees may not like the design of their uniforms, which can lead to possible conflicts and misunderstanding instead. It is better to consult your members on the overall color and design that is most suitable and acceptable to them. With this, you can further obtain the involvement and commitment of everyone to your discipline. If possible, try to formalize it by way of orders and board decisions so it can be institutionalized. In your family, members can wear a common T-shirt as a kind of uniform during moments of shopping and recreation. Through this, family members can develop feelings of cooperation, love, understanding, belongingness, teamwork, and eventual discipline. Your drivers, your maids, your yaya, your secretary, and other personal members of your family or staff must be required to wear uniform as much as practicable to remind them always of the proper conduct and behavior expected of them. The state of discipline in many organizations nowadays has somehow deteriorated because members are not required to wear uniforms. Uniform dress, uniform cars, and uniform paraphernalia for officials and members in the organization must be instituted and observed as much as possible, particularly on government organizations. Nowadays, many local officials fail to observe dress code in their organizations. Organizational discipline is obviously lacking, adversely affecting government's delivery of services to the people. Once your subject becomes a member of any organization, he is bound to observe its required organizational discipline. one of which is the proper wearing of uniform. The use of uniform is one best way by which you can institutionalize discipline in your organization. Learn to employ it. Ephesians 6:14. Take truth as your belt, justice as your breastplate, and zeal as your shoes to propagate the gospel of peace. If you want more videos like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.